Hello art friends, today we're making an 8-page book out of one sheet of paper. You first start by folding it lengthwise, and this fold, when I was taught, we called the hot dog fold because it is long and skinny like a hot dog bun. We turn it the other way and fold it in half again for the hamburger fold. Just an easy way to remember how to do these folds. Next, you're going to take each side of that hamburger and flip it back up, folding it again. And I'm using a bone folder here just to get nice, crisp folds. You can use a spoon, you can use maybe a butter knife, even a hotel key, I think would work. After folding it, we're then going to cut from the middle of the page halfway through, but don't cut it all the way through. So cut right where I drew this line. You're going to fold it back in half again, the hot dog style. And we're going to take those center cut and spread them apart to get this diamond shape. So you squeeze them together, fold our pages back up, use our bone folder to get some nice crisp creases, and you have our 8-page artist book or zine. Next, I'm going to do this a little bit larger scale. This is a half sheet of watercolor paper from a class that I took just experimenting with different watercolor texture techniques. So I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did with my smaller piece. I'm going to do a hot dog fold. And I'm being careful to line up the edges of my paper. Using thicker paper is a little bit more difficult to get the folds and creases as nice. So we did our hot dog fold, we're doing our hamburger, folding both of those sides back over. Grabbing my scissors to make that cut in the center. Getting our diamond, pushing that together, and here we have our zine. Now there is another step to finishing these off. And one thing you can do is use a double-sided tape. You put that on the non-painted side to keep the pages stuck together. You can also sew them. You can hand sew them, and you may need an awl to poke a hole to do the stitching. You can also use glue. I'm going to use my sewing machine. Now I want to make sure you know I have a sewing machine that I only use for art and sewing on paper, so I don't mess up the tension or the needle that I might use if I was sewing material. So I'm just going to go along each edge that's kind of open and stitch all along, and I like to change up the stitches and change up the length and width, and from zigzag to straight, just so that it has that handmade artist book look to it. So here is my finished book all sewn up. And so what I like to do with these is use it as an art journal. And having that paint on there already is great starts for adding mixed media on top. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and it has inspired you to go make your own artist book out of one sheet of paper. Thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell, comment, give us a thumbs up, and share.